What's up? And welcome to another episode of Rebel Vibe Mode. I'm your boy Kong the Beast, and joining me today we have Lady G
What's poppin'?
and J Star.
What up?
How y'all feeling today?
I'm
Good.
chill, the usual. I could be kosher,
That is
copacetic.
the shortest.
What do you want, like glowing review?
What do you want from me?
Fantastical.
I had cereal this morning. I made
I never had.
sandwiches.
Wait a minute. You said cereal. I'm a cereal fanatic. What kind of cereal did you have this morning?
Reese's, of course.
Reese's. Oh my God.
Anyway,
We
continuing the
gonna have to talk.
episode.
We all know how much I love Reese's.
So-
If they made a
What
better
did they-
cereal, I could understand.
They
I
are
didn't say they
exactly.
were
They are not
fantastic.
good at all.
I didn't say that they were fantastic. I said I had
That's
a
a
bowl of
terrible
cereal.
choice.
Did you like the bowl of cereal though?
You know he didn't. He poured half of that bowl into the toilet.
No, I actually ate the entire bowl, the whole salad bowl.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. See, skinny people. Anyway, today's episode, we're going to be discussing our dream cars.
All right. I'll go with my first car would be the obvious choice. And it's not because it's from a movie. The movie just solidified how cool the car was. And it's the Mustang 5.0 from 92, 93, around that time. So, like, most people like really saw how cool that car was and was Don't Be a Menace.
Sir. Sir.
No, it was not Don't Be a Menace. Menace Society. I don't know why I thought of Don't Be a Menace. I don't know why I thought of Don't Be a Menace. Menace to Society, right? So it was a Menace to Society. Kane had this blue 5.0, got some Daytons on it. And my mom's boyfriend at the time, he had a 5.0 Mustang in 92, 93, same, but it didn't look like Kane's. But it was cool as hell to me to be one of the few people in the hood to be sitting in the car, because obviously I wasn't old enough to drive, to be in the 5.0 that everybody wanted, you know? So that's one of my cars. And I can't drive a manual, so I obviously would need a automatic. So
I don't know what it was about that car, but that is literally one of my favorite cars. I wish I could own one of those. Cause that thing is gorgeous.
yes, yes, everyone. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you get some nice, and you can sit it how you want. That's a car that you can sit it how you want. Like, people could have that wide, bow-legged stance that I don't like. That it's weird to me. But go ahead. But I like it when, like, how Kane had it with the wheels sticking out a little bit with the Daytons. That's me right there.
Yeah.
Like, that is me. How Kane did his 5.0 is how I would do my 5.0. So to move on to like my second car, it would have to be none other than the 94, 95 Lexus LS Bubble. Mostly because I was in the hood, and in the hood you see the guys that have the money. And I can basically hear Lyrical Gangster coming up. Like, cause my man's brother, his older brother, made some money some way. Come up, he used to always have the big jewelry and stuff. So I would see him coming down, and he knew my father. So he would always pull up in a champagne color, tinted out with gold BBSs on his Lexus. And I was like, that's what I want. I was like, I need that car. A Lexus.
Man, Lexus did have some nice cars back then.
This was a Lexus LS 450. And the bubble one too, not the box joint. I like that car because of the people who had them. I was like, all right, those are the people I looked up to, and I was like, man, I wanted to be like those guys. I was like, I I need that car. That's what they have. I need that car in my life. Most people was like, I want the Lamborghini and the Ferrari, and I was like, but my man's got this Lex bubble though. Like, yeah, you could want all these Camaros and these Mustangs and all that stuff, but I was like, but this Lex bubble though. They had the Wranglers with the doors off coming through, but this Lex bubble though. And that's why that's kind of my car. It's like it had the wood grain and stuff. It was like an expensive car to see in the hood, you know? Like you don't normally see that. You barely saw like nice cars there. So only certain people had nice cars. You would see BMWs and Benzes pull up, but it was nothing like when you saw that Lex bubble pull up.
So which one would you rather have first? Would you rather have the Mustang or would you rather have the Lexus first?
Oh, that is a good question. So I would um depending on the reason, because I don't price both of them. They're fairly about the same amount as you would buy a new car
Mhm.
nowadays
Of
if you want to
course.
get them fresh. So um I don't know. Like if I was to learn manual, I would get the Mustang. But if I'm just gonna get it like now, I'm definitely going with the Lex Bubble.
I mean, at a certain point in time, Lexus were made to last. So,
They still are. Don't do
well,
that.
I don't.
You
No, no,
talking
no,
to a
no.
whole
I don't
Toyota head
listen.
here. Don't
Listen,
do
I'm
that.
not even trying to get into that hole
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
honestly don't know.
Do you treat
Isn't
it
Lexus? Uh, yeah,
Toyota.
that's what I thought.
Continue with what
That's
you were
what I thought.
saying. Continue.
No,
Mhm.
Was it?
no.
Toyota's a
My
good brand.
goodness, they coming from
Okay.
my throat,
Here
y'all.
we
No,
are. I'm not putting my blade down for
I
nothing.
no, I know because my uncle actually owns I want to say he has the '03 400 LS, and that boy is still running like it's brand new. So I know Lexus are built to last, just like Toyotas. I mean, I get it. I understand that. So I'm not trying to, take nothing away from Lexus. I like Lexuses.
This is
So no, I really do. If I was to get a luxury vehicle, I mean, I would first stop off at Lexus. I'm not a big BMW or Mercedes Benz fan,
Machetes.
so
The Machetes make
Lexus
Benzes.
would. I hate you so
No,
much.
it's
Machete
the
Benzes.
mashed potatoes Benz.
Yeah, y'all. I was in that new Machete Benz. Was that it for you, Jay? Was that it on your dream
But
vehicle?
yeah, because I don't have much to go on unless because I haven't been on in a Lexus about 450 the bubble since I was a kid. I've been in other Lexuses, but I haven't been in that 450 LS from those 2 years since I was a child, and that's why from back then it was like, oh yeah, when kids used to play that game when cars used to pass by. So and that was one of the cars I always picked. I had a lot of cars I picked, but
Yeah.
that was always one of my top fives. That will always forever be in my top five.
That's nice.
G, what about you? Did you I know you got something in mind.
No, I don't like cars.
I like riding a bike.
I'll take my bike.
You're riding
Give me
bikes, and
give me
I'm
that
over here
old
getting
fashioned
piggyback rides.
huffy
Yeah, yeah.
twin,
All
and
right,
I'm good
fancy
to
people.
go.
Huffy or
I want
Schwinn?
cars and bikes, and you got all right. I'm over here
Oh
piggybacking
my god. First of all,
because you either riding a diamond, you got to ride a diamond back, a
I cannot.
mongoose.
I cannot.
I'm not. I
And first of all,
obtained.
if you're riding a bike, you're not riding a Huffy or Schwinn.
Yeah, I'm
Just
from.
What's
saying.
wrong with huffy and
You thought I
twin?
bought my? Never mind.
What's wrong with the
Because you gotta grow
twin?
up.
No, we're not. We're definitely not.
No, I'm not on a Diamondback.
I'm sorry. I grew up on my huffy and my twins.
Well, of course you do. Well, that's when you don't know any better. And it's Kmart you're shopping at.
Listen, Kmart shopping had to do me good in the ghetto.
Ex-
And it's specialized. We ride over here. We don't ride Huffy or Schwinn no more. But okay,
Yes.
If you know, you know. Just saying. Just saying. I like bicicletas, but you know. Anyway, so I think for my first pick, yeah, I gotta go with it. The Land Rover Defender. Specifically because I don't mess with the new ones that they're doing, even though they brought them back. Cool. Yay. Woo.
Oh, cool.
They're too round and
They
goofy
look
looking
so
to me.
weird.
The classic Defender Works V8, the 70th edition. Fire. It still has the boxy look to it. Looks like you really about to go save the world from all the zombies and get everything done. But it just has the classic look of the Defender. Like really like it's built for off-road and all the rest of that and everything. But the newer ones, they just don't have that same appeal to me. And the shape just doesn't look as like I don't know. It just doesn't look as bad as these ones. These ones are more so like if you had to picture it, even though I know I'm gonna put this on the cover somewhere.
Oh, you got to. You got to.
It's
They
it's it's
don't
a,
look,
basically like a luxury militarized
And,
vehicle
and,
at this
and
yeah,
point because you know
and
it
barely is
they
I
is
don't.
would hate to
It's literally a military
yeah,
truck,
I would hate to
basically.
compare it. I'm not going to.
It, no, it
No, I was
is.
gonna like to give people like a like a visual. So it's like I would say like, could you imagine a Wrangler but cooler?
Basically a Wrangler that's cooler that won't tip over immediately. There it is. Essentially, the first time I saw that, it had to be when I was in Sierra Leone. It had to be. And obviously, guess who was driving it? Military. So yeah, I saw the shape and I was just like, this shit is fire. Like this just looks nice. And I'm just like, of course you're here. You know, you used to the Range Rovers and everything, the basic Land Rovers and anything. You're just like, okay, this is cool. Nothing against Ranges and everything, but it's just like this one has something to it that looks a little bit more ruggedized.
they go
Like
hard. They go hard. They look like Jeep Wranglers, except bigger and better. It's like
and the inside is just plush. It's just like, wow.
you thought you wanted a Jeep Wrangler. Yes, yes, I did,
I
Land
did.
Rover. I did think that.
I'm sorry I
Like
ever
you,
wanted you. Like there at one point I did. I did. I'm not gonna front, I
like
did.
they.
But this?
Oh
Nah.
boy,
No comparison. Specifically the 70th edition. You gotta get the
the
boxy looking truck. It has a little bit of round curvature to it, but
yeah.
they didn't do too much. This still looks like the classic.
I've seen the newer ones on the
Right.
streets, and I, you
Uh-uh.
know,
Mm-mm.
they're
I
not, they're
saw it
not,
and I was just
they're
like,
not head
ooh.
turners. Like, and
No.
I feel where you're coming from because you want something that's literally going to turn a head. Like the Defender that you're talking about is one of those where it's like, that's not a Jeep.
You're like,
Like,
oh?
that's not a
Like that
Jeep,
car looks like
They're
it's
man.
gonna kick
they're
like
like
the
when
yeah.
you see it, you have that fry face. You squint like you know how he just
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
squints. Just like that.
Yes,
It's like,
sir.
What
yo,
is that?
that car is up to something. That's
That's a
how it
Buick.
looks.
Yeah, yeah. That's
She
a
wants,
beauty.
she wants that. That's a Buick.
Exactly.
Shoot, that's what you want, and that's
Bruh,
the
that
thing,
appeal.
man.
Yeah, the new body,
Like,
it just doesn't hit the
ah,
same.
they soft.
It's very
They're
soft.
soft. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. They soft as Charmin. It's like,
Like I need to figure this out. Did they lose a deal to Jeep?
no,
Like,
no, no, no,
I'm
no, no.
glad
Yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
revived the lot.
Mhm.
No, of course not. This has always been its own separate class. The thing is, they just stopped production. And then they brought it back, and it's just like these new
Was
ones.
it like
No, no, thank you. Basically, for the new Defenders, think of a little bit of a more boxy
yeah?
Discovery, which is like the smaller Range
Exactly.
Rover.
Don't shoot me. I kind of like those, but for different reasons.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The new Land Rover Discoveries are very nice,
Yeah.
but like you said, for somebody that's looking for a Defender,
Mhm.
you don't want that. You're getting a Defender for a specific reason, and
Yeah.
these new ones, they are
Mhm.
yeah. No, I
Like, I have to save the
Oh, that
world.
and you want to know what? I look at the Wrangler Gladiator like that. Like
These are nice. These are real nice.
Every time I see one, I'm like, someone has an AR.
How much do you think old school will run you nowadays?
That's gonna run you a lot of money. They're collector's items. So yeah. I'll just say that.
All of the dollars.
All of the dollars. Dollars upon dollars. So yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
Good.
But yeah, that's the number one. They're very
That's
nice.
great.
They are
I
very,
mean,
very
they're
nice.
nice. Oh my goodness. Now I want one.
That's the number one
Well,
pick.
looks like I'm gonna be going on the journey when we get off here.
That's the same. No.
Now this shit looks
I thought
bad.
mine
Like it
were
just looks like you up to something.
cool
Like what
until
you
I heard
doing?
that.
And I just like trucks anyway. Like off-road tires to me are everything, especially when you're
I
dealing
thought
with
mine
like
was
a place where you live at that's you kind of have to deal with all the elements anyway, and like bad winters, storms, rain, and
Yeah.
everything. So you need the versatility. You know, if I feel like driving in the woods, I can do that.
see me driving in the woods, the Arctic, none of that.
You never know. You
I don't
never
even
know.
see me driving on the beach. I always thought that was so weird when I see those commercials when people are just on beaches. Who the fuck is allowing that?
Somebody left their flip flops. They had to go get their flip flops.
Hey,
Like,
nigga, you drive on the beach.
I've never.
No.
Some emergency.
Maybe it's the New York in me, and I probably never seen someone just pull up in a Wrangler with surfboards. Like, I'm sorry, like,
I mean, if they wanted to get as close as possible, I could understand it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, nigga, come drive on this beach. I'm good, dog. I don't want to do
You sink into the sand.
it.
I'm just saying, I'd just be seeing those commercials. They seem so misleading.
The Discovery is an amazing vehicle. If you get a chance, please definitely check it. I'm sorry, I said Discovery. Look at me, it sounded like a
Well, no, just keep the IG post. I'll put everybody's pick in the actual reel of this week's episode, so that way you can just see it without having to do the most.
yeah.
No.
So the Defender, which I love, now all of a sudden, it sounds like an amazing vehicle. So, what is your next vid? I know you got one in the chamber. Come on, G.
Oh boy.
I know.
My next vehicle looks like the first vehicle, but a little bit more luxe. That's
Where
right.
do you get more luck?
It's a Machete's Benz.
Machete's Benz.
Machete's
Come
Benz.
get her.
We getting all the fancies now.
I mean, obviously, at this point, can you not
Might
guess
as well
what
go
Benz is my number one?
I love Benzes.
I mean, I
It's
get it.
literally in my name.
I get it.
G.
G.
G-Wagon.
Of course.
How can you not like it?
How can I not be surprised?
Like, clearly, if you haven't noticed by now, same with Jay, I don't really like the new roundy look of cars. It looks very spaceshipy to me. Like,
That's what I love.
some
G-Wagon. They never compromise.
bodies. No, they
Oh,
groove a little bit, but they don't do too much to where it's just like, whoa,
me.
what's going on now?
I love it. I don't like Mercedes Benz, but oh my gosh, they do not compromise. They
The
do
classic
not
freaking style. The
compromise.
interior is always laced. It's just a nice car.
Mm, mm.
Mileage ain't too great, but it's just a nice
Right.
car. Now, if I could get that in a blue tech diesel, it's a wrap.
How much you get in that bad boy? 9,000?
I'm sorry? 9 of my lives. I'm a cat.
Wait. No, nigga, I don't get much. I gotta stop by a gas station
Every, what, 15, 20?
Yeah.
Is it highway? Them things be guzzling.
Oh,
It's so pretty.
Dude,
but
so cool.
It's so pretty.
they are
Definitely so much of a show car.
Oh, for sure. Like you just whipping around, you're not doing much. That's not a car I'm gonna be lugging around my paintings or anything. But
It couldn't be your daily.
nah, no way. As far as like a commuter car, that ain't it. That's like we gotta go somewhere car.
I'm about to go stun out after
The
COVID.
occasional car.
And I'm saying like 2027, 20.
Yeah, because I think
30.
it's 19 highway. It ain't no way. It's a wrap. That's why I was asking for the diesel.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking for the diesel because ain't no way. Ain't no way regular old gas gonna get me nowhere in that
Right.
car,
I
but
need
you know.
either electric or diesel from now on.
Yeah, just give me that in diesel, please. That's my wish. But either one of those two cars, as far as the looks, clearly I like the trucks. I like space in my vehicle. I'm tall, so I need to be able to drive comfortably
You love
without doing the most in the
Talking about
car.
my
So
Fiat?
I'm not giving nobody no Fiat.
You talking about my little Fiat? That's what you talking about?
Not about to be in nobody's Peugeot, nobody's Fiat, none of that.
I don't drive a Fiat. I'm just
I
saying. I
Yeah, he does. He
because
drives a
when I
freaking
see the
smart car. Don't let him
G-Wagon,
lie to you.
he definitely
don't-
He does.
50 miles a gallon. Boy,
Go around the world in
Jay out here
99.
like,
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah, clearly.
Me making the sounds for my engine.
It's a little Mario Kart mobile. You don't get out of here.
Like you don't have to do that, but
every
then you
time,
won't hear
every time
nothing.
like, shoot, boy got a blue shell on the hood.
Playing the Mario Star theme in the car.
Oh man, but yeah, the G wagons are just
That's just fire.
they're gorgeous trucks, man.
That's a statement car. You need your G wagon in your life.
G wagon, when you pull up, it just says "Use a bitch ass." Get out my way. Get out my way. That's what that says.
I didn't
I'm
say that
sorry.
I was
I'm
gonna be
sorry.
saying that. But
Like when you
She is
pull
gonna
up,
say that
it's like when
she
you
pulls
pull
up.
up. She's being modest. She pulls up, and cars that's already parked part ways.
yeah, you
They
got
just
it.
bow out like they just bow out like Mufasa them came through. They just move out there.
I cannot. But yeah, it's like, it's fake off-roading and luxury. Ain't nobody finna go off-roading in this thing. Good, but
No, they're definitely not.
yes. Yeah, of course, yes.
But is it ideal?
No.
Probably not.
Is it
Yeah.
suggested? No.
Same reason why New Yorkers buy Wranglers.
Where you finna
Like,
go?
ain't
Where you about
nobody
to go?
going off road in this
Exactly. You ain't
motherfucker.
going nowhere.
I live in the projects. Same, we ain't going off roading in this bitch.
Those are great choices, G.
Man, oh man.
Y'all see G is living that luxurious life.
Oh my
Right,
god.
it
She's
blew
so
mine out the
Twin.
water. I should
We
have thought about
she's so luxurious.
want me to pick a
my
freaking
mine was
hillbilly deluxe if you
personal.
don't
That's
get out of
it.
here? What you expect me to choose? You
Luxing
said
it up.
dream car.
That is well, everybody know how G is, humble brag.
It was
Uh,
so simple though. Now I just feel simple as
you feel
fuck.
simple. You had the choice of
Yeah, like
options.
my dream car, I guess I'll go ahead and dive right in. My first one is a Corvette.
Simple. This man said
Uh,
simple and picked a fucking Corvette.
Right. I'm a simple man.
forget y'all. No, listeners,
Do you have a specific
I
year or
am not
body style that you
Caucasian,
like?
and no, I am not 40 plus years
Which
old.
Corvette?
Uh,
Yeah, well, you act like it.
the,
But
You really
the
do.
one that
which
I
Corvette you
didn't
want?
say
Which one
either
you want?
one of you. No, the one that I fell in love with was I want to say the 2005 through 2013, I believe. The C6 Corvette. Just everything was almost like a bubble on it, but it was mad aerodynamic. And what made me go crazy was the fact that it had 200 on the dash, which is like, oh my goodness, I never seen a vehicle go that fast before. Like
Mm.
me as a kid, I'm not thinking normally. Like I don't know nothing about governors or nothing like that. I'm just like, oh, this car goes 200 plus miles per hour. Like I thought it was so dope that a car like this could be this fast. So Corvettes have always been like the one thing that like, oh my goodness, if I ever got a sports car, this would be the thing. Now granted, I am 6'2" and I am a little husky, so I don't see myself fitting in a Corvette. anytime soon.
He's saying
Too
is
will
none of us
say,
that are speaking to you
I
right now can
don't
fit in a
see you
Corvette.
in it. I too will say that. I don't see you. You're tall ass.
Dude,
You're tall, big and ass in that fucking Corvette.
I,
I
you
I
gonna get a
don't see
foot
it.
in and be like, ring,
I'm I'm
ring,
I'm looking
under
at
his
it right
leg.
boy,
now.
I gotta crawl my
I
black
don't
tail
see
out of
you
that
in a
boy.
Corvette.
Not a cheek. You gonna have to crawl up that motherfucker, cause
You gonna have to dive in that bitch. Like
Listen, I do not see myself coming at that boy unscathed. Like, what happened to you, dog? Why your knees so black? Like, nigga, listen,
I thought that Corvette would be cool.
listen,
Whole
Corvette
time
gonna
it
be.
was
Oh
cruel.
my god.
listen. Whoo, man, I'm gonna have to sell this car.
Bad investment.
He
Like
ain't even making 5 minutes with his car.
Yo,
he test drove it. He test drove
Nah,
the
you gotta
car and
have an
like
honorable mention now. You definitely have to
I,
have an honorable mention.
like
What's the
he
second car?
yeah, come on now.
I can't
You
even
gonna pick a car you
understand.
can't even fit
I
in.
can't
That doesn't even make sense. Like, yeah, I'm J Star and I'm gonna drive this monster truck, knowing that
Yeah,
I'm
right.
like
even, man.
4'8". I'm
Oh,
not really 4'8", but still.
oh my goodness. Yo, okay, so because I'm not gonna be now. My second car is the Tesla Cybertruck.
Why,
Why?
y'all?
Okay, so here's the thing.
When have you seen one outside of the internet?
Okay, can I
Mm.
explain myself? I'm gonna
No, because you're talking
explain
about a
myself, boo
concept car
boo.
technically.
I'm gonna explain
So
myself. So
go ahead. Go
I
ahead. I'm telling nah.
I I actually like Tesla. I I like what they've done with their or what he's done with his vehicles, the innovative style that he's rocking with. Like I love every single one of them. And to be honest, if I couldn't get the Cybertruck, I would just get the Model. I want to say it's the Model Y3 or Model Y or something like
All
that.
right, like the SUV one.
Okay.
You can get anywhere between 5 to 7 seats. It still has 300 plus battery life and 300 plus mile battery life and stuff like that. Like it still has a decent amount for a electric car. So I just really enjoy his products, but the Cybertruck is like I seen that and I was like, even though it was a concept vehicle, I was just like, holy, like this is mind blowing. The whole thing with the airlift and having a potential uh panel on the back that could uh be it also works as a solar panel that can actually charge your car without you having to go home and the bulletproof door or the bulletproof window. I'm sorry, the bulletproof window that didn't exactly work at the time.
Oh yeah, it was quite bulletproof, wasn't it?
listen,
Continue.
listen, I
I
watched
watched.
that and I
No,
like,
I seen and
boy,
heard the
Nah, keep
backstory
going.
on that.
Keep going.
Eli, please stop talking. But watching that, it was super dope to see an electric pickup truck. Like it was like, man, that's never been done before. And even with some of these companies trying to make an electric SUV, the only person who truly got it right was Elon Musk. Granted, I'm not gonna spend 150,000 for a goddamn Model X, but freaking Cybertruck is you can get a dual motor, which is very, very nice for probably 50,000. So it was like it's cool to see a pickup truck that's also an electric truck, but is also worth the same as a Ford F-150 that's going to be upwards of 60,000 G's. And you gotta,
Could have said a Ram or a Chevy if you was gonna name a truck, but
I mean, Rambo Chevy is fine.
To throw in a GM, Ford, and everyone, they're all making electric vehicles. I kind of wanted to
But
ask you
they're
how you
but
felt
they're
about it.
late to the
but
party.
I'm
That's the thing. They're all
They are.
I've seen that today.
They can be late, but
They're all
y'all don't
doing
look like that.
it. Don't. And
And
it bugs me.
cab-wise with a pickup, bro, what are
Just
you putting in
electric
the back of
cars
that?
in general.
A
Why has that
lunchbox?
not picked
do
up in a
y'all
long
do
time?
y'all have something against electric?
Nah, not necessarily.
No. I am pro electric vehicles. Like I'm more upset that they didn't do this a long time ago. Like Prius shouldn't have been the first idea.
But
It
that's the
wasn't. It was the
thing.
first
Like,
consumer modeled that was basically popped
yeah.
off.
No, I'm saying it shouldn't have been the first
It wasn't.
idea to get through.
There was other cars before the Prius, but when it came down to it, it's like making an electric pickup, that's a tough task because 'cause you're talking about load and all the rest of that stuff.
No, but when I
Yeah.
say that, I mean like normalized in general. Like it at this point, they should have been like, oh yeah, pickup truck.
It was the most reliable, basically, that's why it became popping, and it's
Exactly.
Toyota, so
And don't get me wrong, you have a lot of companies who are literally making electric pickup trucks to compete
mhm.
against Cybertruck. It's just if for me, it's like when it comes to that, would I rather pick someone who has been working with electric vehicles for a while or pick someone who is it's pretty much an experiment. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, certain companies have done electric vehicles, like you guys said, the Prius, but what else are you doing outside of that? Whereas Tesla has made a whole electric SUV and a Model X.
They made multiple. Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. Like that, and that's my
Well,
point.
they're
Like
still new though, so don't act
Oh,
no,
like
no, I'm not,
Tesla's all
and
reliable
that's my
out here.
point. Like to the point that's where as though everybody's looking at Tesla as a competition for electric vehicles when it
Yeah, for a
yeah,
pickup
they should have just been
specifically?
out there
Nah.
to the point is where as though electric vehicles is old news. That's my point.
I get it.
Do you?
I mean,
Do you?
I can't stand you. I don't know, and I don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here and gonna act like I'm the biggest fan of electric vehicle. Oh, I gotta have everything electric. No,
No.
I don't. I don't care. No.
Clearly.
Listen,
See? So what
the
the hell do you want
the
it?
the goddamn Corvette is a gas guzzler.
So
So
you wanna be modest with an electric car? You wanna feel better about yourself?
Yeah,
Get out of here.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He went from the
Man
positive
is on
reviews
both
on
spectrums
saving
on the
with
edge.
listen,
Cybertruck, and then got one of the most
but that's
gas
the thing.
guzzling
It's like
vehicles that we can muster.
I like I like stuff that's different. So when I seen the Cybertruck and I seen how different it was almost like, okay, I am instantly in love with this truck. Now, granted, when it comes out, it might not look like how it looked when Elon Musk debuted it. And it's like, okay, I understand that. But I love how different it was, and I love that he was trying to do something different. That's probably my biggest thing with what he's doing or with that truck in general. It's different. Like, you don't have a lot of people out here who's trying to put an electric pickup truck in the market. And if you do, they're not planning on releasing it until later this year. So I don't know. It is I know people are like, "Oh man, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard." Yeah, I get it. It's dumb to me too. Don't don't get don't get it twisted, boo boo. Like I think it's asinine that I want to be in this truck, but at the same time, you know, it's different. I like stuff that's different. You can buy the same SUV that everybody and their mama got, or you can be ahead of the game and get something crazy like this. So those are my two.
It was just an odd compare, like an odd couple. Like you want a Corvette and then you want a Tesla.
Y'all just
Right,
completely
it
weird.
was kind of like that's weird. Two
A
choices.
guzzler and a saving the world.
I, I'm not talking shit. I feel
I
you. Like,
guess
it's just
because the
weird.
Corvette. No. I get what you're saying, but Corvette has always been. It's been something that I've been in love with for. It's been something I've been in love with for ages. Like the first time I ever got up close and personal to a Corvette, I was probably 12 or 13. And I seen the mile like I've seen 200 miles per hour on the dash, and I was like, "Oh snap, that's crazy! This car is that fast!" Like that was like mind blowing. But then again, it was between that and Prowler because I mean I don't, and a lot of people don't know what a Prowler is, but uh, when I was growing up, the Plymouth Prowler was one of the vehicles that was used in the parades that I used to be a part of in my home city of Gary, Indiana. Like it used to be, I
Mhm.
know, right? It used to be, it used to be like an entire lot, like 10 plus people who owned Plymouth Prowlers. And I'd be like, why is this the car?
Oh my god, Kong is a fucking super villain. Why do you want a flower? Why?
Just don't understand.
You want
He
the
wants
most
a
like
Corvette. He wants a Prowler. He wants a Cybertruck. What are you just
bruh,
auditioning
like I
for
don't
DC
what?
villain? Like, what is going on?
Ew, your garage, man.
I mean, the Prowler is nice though. Okay,
Like,
y'all
I'm
look at a Prowler
expecting
right now and tell
Joker
me
to
that
come.
that boy ain't nice.
You look like a supervillain. What do you mean? I know what a prowler is, bruh.
I'm saying, like, like a F3 car. It's not even a whole
Yeah.
Formula One. It's like, all right,
Could have been like, yo, I want a Viper. I would have accepted that.
Prowler, listen, I grew up in the hood,
a
and in the hood,
Viper. Oh,
for some reason, all these niggas own Prowlers. Shoot, nigga, I don't know. All these niggas had
it's
Prowlers, and I was
crazy.
okay with that.
Prowess is a very suspicious vehicle in the hood.
Listen, I listen. You
Prowlers?
would not believe how many of these niggas
I'm from New York, man, and I like
Prowlers.
Prowlers. That's a very
But they're
suspicious
gorgeous.
vehicle in the
I'm
hood.
not even gonna lie, they're gorgeous vehicles.
I can see you getting away with it in
It's
the
such a
South.
different it's such a
Oh
different
no,
type of
no, no. I'm not
vehicle to
taking it.
own.
No, they really look.
It's very unique. It's
But that's
unique.
a unique
Very
vehicle
unique.
that
Kong.
gives a lot.
Kong.
That's a very
Kong.
unique car.
I can't fit.
Are
Just
Kong.
you
like the
going to get in
Corvette
that,
Dream,
Kong? You in
I
these
cannot fit.
unfittable cars?
People judge my human sizeness.
You want to sit in a Corvette and a Prowler? How are we gonna get to this point in life?
I'm gonna make a video of
No,
me
you
getting
judge your
into a
human side.
Corvette.
I was just letting you
Y'all
know
leave me alone.
that the likelihood of you successfully getting in there is gonna be hilarious.
Oh man, but yeah, those are my dream cars. I'm sorry, take it or leave it. It's either the Corvette or the Cybertruck, and then if neither one of those, I'm gonna find a Prowler somewhere.
What? The fact that you had to say somewhere.
Yeah, I hope you do. I want to put this out into the universe. I hope you do. Like, get your Prowler so I can
Get the
see this
big black
moment.
butt out of that car, man.
So that only will it be a moment for you, it will be a moment for me in time. Like, I need you to get this Prowler so I can see this. I
Okay.
need you to get this Prowler. This is the life goal of mine now. This is going on my bucket list. For you to own a Prowler so I can see you get in and out of this every day.
I mean, yeah, you don't apologize for your pick. It's a dream car.
No, I would love for him to have his
You
dream
want him
car.
to have the
I would love
whole.
nothing more than that. For him to have that. Just to and then like to have it to where so he can get more than one.
Well,
I want him to have one for
you heard
every
it here
outfit.
first, people. If you have a dream car or cars that you want to share with us, hit us up on social media. We're on IG, Twitter, Feel free to also leave us a message on the Anchor app.
Word, hit us up.
But that concludes today's episode. You guys got any more boxcar races? Do you want the soapbox race, Kong? Is that the second honorable
Y'all
mention?
look up what a goddamn Plymouth Prowler look like, and y'all be like, "That's a pretty nice vehicle."
Stuck on the Prowler. Like
He's probably
I'm just
looking up
getting
how to
this
buy
one.
one right
He's
now.
he's looking how the angle. Like I'm just gonna stick
Oh,
this.
I'm just gonna have to put the top down and jump.
Waste all your bandwidth on looking up a Prowler.
That concludes today's episode of Verbal Vibe Mode. Make sure you subscribe. Why are you laughing? Is that funny to you? Man, Kong will reimburse you for your mobile minutes that you use too.
I did not say that. I don't put that out there.
He said he will reimburse your nuts. See, guys? You're welcome. Make sure you subscribe to your favorite podcast app. Visit us at www.verbalvibemode.com. That's www.verbalvibemode.com. All right, then we out.
Y'all go look at that Plymouth Price.
Don't look at it.
No,
Plymouth
don't do
Chrysler.
it. Don't
That
do it.
Plymouth Prowler.
He doesn't even know what car he wants. You want to go look
He
that
said
up?
the
Yeah.
Plymouth- He told you to look up a
Clearly,
Plymouth Chrysler.
he didn't do his
Plymouth
Googles either. So
Chrysler.
if you want to look that up and you find something,
What the hell is a
Yo.
personally
What is
DM
a
Kong.
Mad
Chrysler?
love, y'all.
DM
I'm
Kong.
gonna go ahead and shut up.
Nah,
Mad love.
it's a wrap. You don't know what he wants.
A Chrysler.
You
I
tried
don't know
it.
what a Chrysler is. What is a Chrysler?